Debbie Storm Clark was one of the unforgettable faces of American Gladiators. Powerful, athletic, fearless, and full of personality, she entered the arena and quickly made an impression on viewers. But the woman behind Storm's fierce television image lived a life that was far more complicated than the battles fans saw on screen. Her story included athletic success, television fame, serious injuries, difficult personal struggles, motherhood, and a determination to keep going even when life became incredibly difficult. In August 2026, the former American Gladiators star died at the age of 61, bringing a heartbreaking end to the story of a woman remembered not only as an athlete, but as a mother and survivor. Debbie Grace Clark was born on April 14, 1965, in Willimantic, Connecticut. From an early age, she showed the qualities that would later make her perfect for the demanding world of American Gladiators. She was naturally athletic and competitive. During her school years, Debbie excelled in several sports, becoming an MVP in basketball and soccer and earning All-American recognition in track and field. Her athletic ambitions did not end with high school. She continued training and eventually pursued Olympic handball. While training at the United States Olympic Training Center in Colorado, Debbie saw American Gladiators and became fascinated by the show. At first, she reportedly imagined herself competing against the Gladiators as a contestant. But life had something even bigger waiting for her. She eventually traveled to Los Angeles, where she caught the attention of people connected to the production. After trying out, she earned a place among the Gladiators themselves. Producers reportedly gave her the name Storm because they believed she had blown them away during her audition. It was a fitting name for someone with her intensity and competitive energy. Storm joined American Gladiators in 1991, replacing an injured gladiator known as Gold. She became part of one of the most recognizable eras of the popular competition series, which pitted everyday contestants against physically powerful professional athletes in spectacular challenges. Storm's strength made her particularly effective in events such as Powerball and Joust. She was physically imposing, but she also had a lively personality that made her stand out. She wasn't simply there to perform a role. Debbie was a genuine athlete who had spent years training and competing. She even had another talent that surprised some fans: singing. During the American Gladiators live tour, Storm performed the U.S. national anthem, showing that there was more to her than physical strength and television competition. However, her time as a gladiator would be dramatically affected by injury. During the 1991 live tour, Debbie suffered a serious ACL injury while participating in Powerball. The injury would become one of the most important turning points in her life. Her career on American Gladiators ultimately came to an end, and the physical consequences of her years of competition reportedly continued to affect her long after her television days were over. Debbie appeared as Storm on American Gladiators from 1991 to 1993. Decades later, she returned to the public eye as herself in the 2023 documentary series Muscles and Mayhem, an unauthorized story of American Gladiators. For longtime fans, it was a reminder of the woman behind one of the show's most memorable characters. Away from television, Debbie's life was centered heavily around family, especially her son, Creighton Sterling Sutherland Clark. Her official obituary described motherhood as the role she treasured above all others. She was remembered as someone deeply devoted to the people she loved. When it comes to Debbie's romantic life, however, much of it remained private. Public reporting does not establish a detailed marriage history or identify a long-term spouse at the time of her death. What is known is that she had previously described fleeing a domestic violence situation, after which she and her young son faced an extremely difficult period in their lives. That experience eventually contributed to a period of homelessness. This was perhaps one of the most shocking chapters in Storm's life. The woman millions of viewers remembered as a powerful television athlete found herself facing financial hardship and homelessness years after her American Gladiators fame. Debbie and her son reportedly spent more than 2 years without stable housing in San Diego. Her ongoing knee problems made it harder for her to work, and her situation attracted attention from former colleagues, supporters, and members of the public. Other American Gladiators rallied around her, while television personality Sherri Shepherd helped provide temporary housing support for Debbie and her son. Yet Debbie's story was not simply one of defeat. She continued trying to rebuild her life. In later years, she described herself as a life fitness recovery coach, using her experiences to encourage others who were facing their own difficult challenges. But her physical health remained a major concern. Debbie openly discussed serious problems involving her knees and the toll that years of athletic activity had taken on her body. In a 2023 interview with fellow American Gladiator Laurie Ice Fetrick, Debbie said she had undergone multiple knee replacements. She also spoke publicly about heart problems that led to her receiving a pacemaker after episodes of fainting and other health concerns. Despite these health struggles, Debbie remained known for her active personality. She did not appear to be someone who found it easy to slow down. That determination was one of the characteristics that defined her throughout her life, from her days as a young athlete to her years on American Gladiators and through the hardships she faced afterward. Then came the heartbreaking news of her death. Debbie Storm Clark died on August 24, 2026, at the age of 61. Her obituary confirmed her death and remembered her as a loving mother, athlete, and woman with a fierce passion for life. According to recent reports, Debbie had been struggling with significant health issues and had a pacemaker. Her family told the media that her pacemaker had failed. Her son said he believed that she had overworked herself and that she died before emergency responders were able to revive her. A cardiac arrest was suspected by her family, but it had not been officially confirmed as the medical cause of death at the time of the reports. That distinction is important. The reported pacemaker failure and the family's belief about cardiac arrest should not be presented as a final official medical determination unless further confirmation is released. Debbie Storm Clark's death is especially sad because her life was defined by fighting through obstacles. She had known fame, injury, financial hardship, and serious health challenges. Yet through all of it, she remained a mother, an athlete, and a survivor. For fans of American Gladiators, Storm will always be remembered as the powerful competitor who entered the arena with confidence and energy. But Debbie Clark's real legacy may be even bigger than her television character. Her life showed both the highs of fame and the difficult realities that can exist behind it. She was Storm on television, but to the people who loved her, she was Debbie, a mother, family member, friend, and a woman whose remarkable journey will not soon be forgotten.